Welcome back to the Kansas Jayhawks Dynasty, folks, as today we get into episode 30 in our third matchup against the Charlotte 49ers, a team that we have faced all three seasons. Now, first year, they had the upper hand. They were able to beat us late in that fourth quarter. In the second year, though, we got the revenge we desperately needed. We dominated the game against the 49ers, and as you can see, they have had a very mediocre start to their season, but they still sit at 1-1. Much better than the Jayhawks had an 0-2 record. Right now, we hope to at least get that to 1-2 with a crucial victory here as we pull out the all blue and garnet alternate uniform combination, and Maurice Butler is going to continue to receive the starting nod as Conrad Hawley waits for his opportunity on the bench. If Butler struggles this game, perhaps he'll get his go at it. This time, though, Butler is going to be facing off against undoubtedly the worst team he's played yet. Can Maurice overcome everything he's done this first 2 weeks and get us to a victory? I guess we'll have to see as the Jayhawks take the field to start the day, and he has to run outside of the pocket immediately as pressure gets to him, and he slides down after about 15 yards. You hate to see the line play like that, but so far this season they've struggled to get any consistency up front as even the 49ers defense is able to catch up to him and get Butler out of his comfort zone. Here on a 1st and 10, though, he's going to give it to Neal. Need to establish the run quick and early, as 6 yards is where he's going to go until he's flattened after that run. 2nd and 4 now on the very next play. Butler remains under center. This time it's a pass. He's got his tight end Cardell open in the flats as he moves up the field for 12 yards. Beautiful vision there by Maurice Butler, and now they're moving. 3rd and 3, though. Butler under center is going to give it to Neal this time. He does not get there. 4th and inches upcoming as this 49ers defense gets a massive stop. And you know the Jayhawks are going to be going for it. 4th and inches. Butler going to give it to Neal. He's got it. Plenty of room on the right side. 5 yards on the play as he gets that outside run easily. Now 3rd and 11 later on the drive, though. Butler out of the shotgun. Huggins to his right. Neal to his left. He's going to sling it to Graham across the middle. Slant route. 13 yards, and that sets up a 1st and goal at around the 4-yard line. Butler, play action, rolling out, looking to throw, slinging it into the end zone, and the freshman tight end, Bryson Gay, number 81, with the touchdown there as the Jayhawks take a 7-0 lead early in this quarter. Now comes the potent 49ers offense. This time it's a read option to the running back. Carrington keeps it himself, though. Nobody out there as Jonquay Lewis finally brings John Carrington down after 21 yards. And while this offense may not be more talented than the Jayhawks defense, they definitely have us beat when it comes to reading the schemes and playing misdirection, as another read option gets them up the middle for another 10 yards. As you can see, the option play is what they are going for every chance they get. 2nd and 1. Hand it off to Smalls. Smalls breaking tackles into the end zone. Tarek Smalls with a 9-yard touchdown run as the running back starts the 49ers day. And it's a 7-7 game now. 1st and 10 on the next Jayhawks possession. Butler on the play action. Rolling out. Finds Cardell again, and he's just barely tripped up after 18 yards. He might have been able to get a few more if he's able to outrun that defender. But nonetheless, Butler out of the shotgun's going to get it to Cardell again for the 3rd and 7 conversion there for 14 yards. And that brings up a 2nd and 8. Butler out of the shotgun. He's got Neal to his left, looking to throw it again. Going outside, and it's almost intercepted. JT Starr, the defensive back, is able to jump the route, and that sets up a 3rd and 8. Butler looking to throw, and he's got his man, Luke Graham, who gets slammed down hard after 13 yards. Tried to make a man miss, but the Jayhawks would be able to get into the red zone now. 1st and 10, Butler play action, gives it to McBride across the middle. Stephen McBride running out there for 5 yards. Now 3rd and inches to begin the second quarter. Butler under center. He's going to give it to Neal up the right side. Got it into the end zone. 5-yard touchdown run as Devin Neal uses his mobility, and he finds a way to get through that defensive line and right into the end zone. Now 2nd and 10 for Carrington as McAllister is met in the backfield, and he's just barely able to get 1 yard on the play. He was immediately hit as soon as he touched that ball. Now 3rd and 9. Carrington out of the shotgun, looking to throw to McAllister in the flats. Nowhere to go. Edwin White Schultz with the big tackle for loss. The Jayhawks get the ball back now on a 3rd and 8. Butler going outside to Golightly and a beautiful diving catch. He goes up to the top ropes to grab that one, and he's able to bring it down for 15 yards. And another Jayhawk first down. Beautiful catch and throw there. Now 1st and 10 later on that drive. A little over 4 minutes remain in the half. This time he's going to get it to Grimm on the slant, and he falls forward. They credit him for that first down. That's about 10 yards on the play. Now 2nd and 12. Butler out of the shotgun. Looking to throw again. He's rolling out on his own. Firing downfield, and James Smith sliding backwards to catch that one as he gets it. And now a 2nd and goal. Butler under center. He's going to give it to Neal, and he's got it. 1 yard on the play, but that's all he needed for the easiest touchdown of his life as we get down to the end of this second quarter, up 21-7. A little over 2 minutes remaining. 2nd and 6 for the 49ers. They're going to give it to McAllister as expected. He breaks the tackle, able to break another one and get into the open field. Aaron McAllister is finally brought down. No, he breaks it again down to the 12-yard line. The 49ers are pumping down there at the 10-yard line now on a 3rd and 4. McAllister is stopped at the 5 after 4 yards. John Carrington, though, on 3rd and goal with less than a minute remaining in the half. It's going to be a play action. He takes the snap. He wants to run it himself, and he's got the touchdown. Cornell Wheeler had a shot at him, but he's able to outmaneuver the linebacker. And a 7-point lead as we go into the final seconds of the second quarter. Butler wants to sling it downfield, and it's intercepted by Cheatham. And unfortunately, that would leave us with a 7-point lead at halftime, as Robert Cheatham will rob us of anything late in that half. Now a 2nd and 3 to begin the second half for the 49ers offense. This time Carrington gonna give it to McAllister. Big surprise on the outside as he's got plenty of space, and he's just barely tripped up after 31 yards. Taiwan Berryhill, I believe, was the one to finally catch him. Now 3rd and 2 later on that same drive. A little over 6 minutes remain in the quarter. Carrington gonna pass it this time, and it's broken up. Edwin White Schultz in coverage on the tight end, and they will settle for about a 40-yard field goal. Snap is back. Reynolds is holding, and that one is just barely good down the middle as they get it above that bottom post. And a 4-point lead now for the Jayhawks, 21-17 early in this third quarter as Maurice Butler takes back over. 6:27 remains in the quarter. It's a play action for Butler, firing outside to Stephen McBride. He's got it, and he had nobody on him. He's able to get it down there past the 35-yard line. Now on a 1st and 10, Butler finds Cardell again, who continues his excellent day with another 12-yard catch and run. 3rd and 9, though, on the same possession. Butler, play action to Neal. Looking to throw it, rolling outside, firing, and it's intercepted by Hayden. The linebacker was lurking in the area, and Maurice Butler just does not see him. And just like that, the 49ers are in control of their own destiny. 21-17 remains the score. This time, Carrington's going to give it to McAllister. And a beautiful open field tackle by Edwin White Schultz, as he's going to stop him from going all the way home. If he gets out of that one, it's likely a touchdown. Now 3rd and 12. Carrington is lit up. He loses 10 on the play. And Stephen Parker with his first sack of the day, as the Jayhawks will get the ball back with a little over 2 minutes remaining in the third. And Devin Neal says he's on a mission now with 18 on that run. Great blocking by Trevor Cardell on the outside, and Luke Grimm is able to hold his man just enough for Devin Neal to get around him. That allows them to get the first down. Now a 3rd and 2 later on the same drive. Butler under center is going to give it to Neal again. He's got room up the left side again. He's got another 12 yards, capitalizing on every attempt he gets. 91 rushing yards so far for Neal. 1st and goal now. Butler going to sling it outside to Golightly, and they call it a touchdown. Right along the inch or half-yard line, Tristan Golightly catches that one, and he brings it down apparently within the line to gain. And the Jayhawks' lead is increased to 11, though, as Aaron McAllister is running outside for 14 down to midfield. as the final seconds of this third quarter approach. Now 2nd and 1. Carrington going to give it to McAllister. Not great tackling on the outside. He breaks another one. And as we go into the fourth quarter, the 49ers are deep in Jayhawk territory. This time, though, Carrington's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get brought down at around the 6-yard line. 9 yards on the play, and a 2nd and goal now. Carrington again out of the shotgun. He's got one running back behind him. He brings a man in motion. 2nd and goal from the 6. It's a pass play. Outside to his tight end, Carreri, and Ryan Carreri with the 6-yard touchdown strike. And just like that, it's a 5-point game once again as they miss the 2-point conversion as it's almost intercepted. Would have been his 3rd of the day if Maurice Butler threw that one. And that brings up a 2nd and 10 as he slings it to Golightly, who's able to fall forward for about 13 yards. Now a 2nd and 9 still on this same drive. A little over 6 minutes remains in the game. Butler rolling out and firing into the flats. He breaks the tackle. Devin Neal with a first down. Looked like he was going to get brought down for just a loss of 1, but instead he turns it into a first down as he gets another run here later in the drive, as he's only able to get 3 there, and the Jayhawks would settle for a field goal on 4th and 3. Wide left as it curves, and it's no good. Just barely hooks around that left goalpost. And the score will remain a 5-point game as Charlotte gets the ball back with an opportunity to take the lead. This time Carrington, he's got McAllister behind him. He's out of the shotgun and it's going to go to McAllister. And he's not going to have anything on the play. Stephen Parker with another tackle for losses. That one would lose 2 now. 3rd and 9. Carrington, same formation, takes the snap, looking to throw, and he's brought down. Who else is it again? This excellent defensive line as Krishan Brown that time brings them down, and the Jayhawks have an opportunity to ice it on this screenplay as Devin Neal gets brought down. And a few first downs here can essentially milk the clock down just enough for the Jayhawks to be safe from anything. Now a 3rd and 10 though. No first down here. Gives the 49ers another opportunity to take this game away from us. 3rd and 10. Butler calling all sort of audibles. He's all alone in the backfield. No running backs out there. It's a 5-wide set. Takes the snap. Looking for the first down, and he's got it by Luke Graham, who spins and slips out of bounds. But unfortunately, the 49ers must not have noticed as they call a timeout as well. Later on the same drive, a little less than 2 minutes remain. It's another 3rd down. This one, though, is Stephen McBride. Nice little out route as the Jayhawks get 17 on the play. Now less than a minute remains. 3rd and 2. Butler gives it to Neal, following his blockers up the left side. He's got 6 yards on the play. An easy one there. 1st and goal. Half a minute remains as Devin Neal goes right up the middle. And a 2-yard touchdown run to cap off this one as the Jayhawks get their first win of this 3rd season here all the way in week 3. And the kneel down, Maurice Butler did not play great today, but he might have played just well enough to keep his role as the starting quarterback. Final score 35-23 as the Jayhawks defense is able to come through in the clutch, and Devin Neal 28 for 123, 3 total touchdowns with 4 additional catches for 20 yards. Undoubtedly the player of the game, as the Jayhawks now move on to 1-2 on this young Season 3 of the Jayhawks Dynasty series. Despite finally getting our first win of the season, Maurice Butler, 29 of 41. He did have 300 yards, but still 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He did have a fumble earlier in the game as well, I believe. That was recovered by an offensive lineman. Devin Neal, 28 of 123. 4 yards per carry, back on top of the world, 3 touchdowns, and he had a few receptions as well. Amari Pesic-Hickson just 2 for 6 in his limited view we had of him. 681 for Stephen McBride. Excellent game for him. Luke Grimm, 5 for 65. Tristan Golightly, 5 for 57 and the 1 touchdown. And Trevor Cardell, 4 for 56. And Bryson Gay, 2 for 4, but he did have that 1 touchdown. He's had an okay start to the season. Overall, nothing to get excited about too much, as this team is a team that we definitely should beat no matter what, or what year it is or how good our team is. It's just if you're in the Big 12, you should be able to beat a team like Charlotte. And before we get to the end of this episode, let's go around and look at the guys we're recruiting. I mean, it's pretty much the same as what you would have seen a few weeks ago, but we've got some big name targets. Ken Robinson, Ken Goodwin, and Anthony Stallings are all #1 right now. We haven't went after any tight ends. I haven't really felt the need to. This guy trying to get Joe McCray over here, but we are second for him and Andrew Mosley. Brett Mack, we are leading right now as long as Dan Allen, Matt Myers, and Sidney Madison. We are not scouting either of these two guys down here because they're just a little too low overall, especially considering how we would have had to climb the ladder for them. No centers this year. Defensive end, we've got Mike Darby and Michael Reese and Wesley Banks over here. We have not scouted, or we're not recruiting any of these guys. We're only recruiting Mike Darby at the moment. Jonathan Brantley, Cole Pierre, and Marcus Stovall are probably, they're all going to get cut off the board right now because they have us at around -2,000 right now because I just didn't have enough points to go into all of them. And I'm okay with losing them this year. Chris Gordon, unfortunately, I was putting 500 into him for so long and into Eric Washington, but we just fell out of his competition right there very quickly, especially whenever I had to take some points away. As far as cornerbacks go, TJ Allen keeps getting added back when I keep removing him, but Tom Duke's over there. Haven't scouted him or recruited him. Eric Bell, free safety, we are recruiting. We are down 170 to Memphis, but we should be able to make that up. Strong safeties, we are not going after Nate Brown. We're down 2,000 already on him. I had to take the points off of him. Instead, we're going to go after Kyle Thompson. He's slightly less good, or slightly worse, but hopefully we're going to be able to get it, catch up in that. Deontay Vincent is the kicker we're going for at the moment. Andrew Walker is going to get cut off the board. We're down by 185, but with the visit and all that, we should be able to get it. Punters, we're going for Tom Jackson and Chad Collins. Took all the points away from Tom Jackson because I figured why would we go after him when we've got a slightly better version in Chad Collins. And as far as the athletes go, we are leading for Jeremy Thomas and we are leading for David Nichols. These guys are going to be the big gets for this year if we're able to bring them in. We've got a lot of people ready for visits, but I'll schedule those in the off-screen time whenever I'm not recording. Before we end this episode, we have to get prepared, and we'll go ahead and look at who we're playing next week because I like to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a preview of what the next episode is going to hold. As you can see, we are about to get into Big 12 play as we take on the 1-1 SMU Mustangs. Last year, they struggled to get accustomed to the Big 12 schedule, but this year so far, they have won one game and they've lost one. Who did they lose to? Let's see. They lost to North Texas, but they were able to beat an FCS school. We'll have to see how they do against Texas Tech and TCU before we can really judge them as a team. But hopefully they don't do as good as they would have, or as good as they have done so far this season. Texas Tech as well has fallen off. They were very high ranked last year. They're 0-3 at the moment right now. But we'll look at that in a future episode. And if you guys did enjoy this episode, comment down below what your favorite part of the game was. Who do you think should get that starting job next week? I know we've been talking about it for a while, but should we just stick it out with Maurice Butler or play Conrad Hawley? Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy this series and if you enjoy my videos. And I'll see you guys next time as we head down there to Texas to take on the SMU Mustangs.